What's up, wonderfully made peeps? It's your girl. How's it going, you guys? We got a great episode for you today. It's going to be one of a kind, okay? Stick around. You don't want to miss it. Okay, this is what's going on. I am fresh off the boat or fresh off the bus. Yes, fresh off the bus of being a camp counselor for a week. We're going to talk about some summer stuff here, specifically camp. Maybe you love that you can send your kids to camp. Maybe it makes you nervous sending your kids to camp. Maybe you do a day thing, a boys and girls club. While you're working, you can drop the kids off and it's a VBS or a summer school kind of a fun camp atmosphere to it. This was a full week away for middle school and high school kids, and it was at a Christian camp up here by Lake Arrowhead. It is just beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. That's what we're going to talk about today. We're going to talk about camp and what it feels when you send your kid away a little bit, and then what actually happens, a day in the life of a camp counselor, and all of the highs and lows that come with it, okay? And when I'm talking lows, I'm talking it's your fourth trip to the snack bar, mozzarella sticks, okay? And don't look, okay? Nobody look, just everyone survive. I feel like I can do both sides. I feel like I can do the side of how I would feel nervous to send my kid away. And then I can also do the thing of going and what it feels like to go. I would be personally nervous. I've done the sports camps where it's a 9 to 1 and you drop them off at a school and they do different trainings for different days. It's super elementary. It's not like they're training to join the draft or anything like that. It's super elementary, something fun for them to do. And that's kind of nerve-wracking too. It was an atmosphere where I didn't really know anybody, and my kids might have known one person out of the 300 that were there. It wasn't a super comfortable drive for them, meaning they're crying day one. So I'm like, what am I doing? It's going to be great. You guys are going to love it. Such a fake smile on it. And that's hard too. I've done it where I drop off and I'm lingering where they can't see me, but I'm sure there's a counselor looking at me eyeing, come on, just leave already. But I've done it, dude. I've done it where the first day I'm there all 3 hours and I'm just going to watch and see how I'm excited for them, but I'm really scoping you out. That's really what I'm here for. I've done like a VBS style where I've dropped my kids off. I've done the VBS where I've worked it with my kids. That's my best jam for me personally, is being there to work it. My kids get the experience of doing it, and whether they want it or not, whether they want that experience or not, they are there. But I enjoy being there with them. That's probably why I was a camp counselor for a week, because it's I go where you don't go. That's the truth. Let me just give you a couple things of what the day in the life is and what the vibe is, because it's such a mystery to parents. I think it's such a mystery when you send them off and you get pictures here and there and you get some ratted off, watered down story from your kids. Usually, I mean, I don't know, your kid might be this super literal one and just gives you all the deets. But typically you get, it was good. Food was good. I like spaghetti. We had pizza one night. It was cool. I hung out with Jane. That's what it is. You don't really get the vibe and what's really going on. So let me give you the 1, 2, 3. If you're an adult there, you want to be there. The people that are going want to be there. Typically in our group and what I've experienced, they want to be there. They want to share this week with them. They've really sacrificed, meaning they're not working for a week. They are putting aside all those responsibilities. They're putting away their luxuries, their own bed, their bathroom, that daily routine. They're putting that all aside to hang out with their kid and your kid and just spend the week loving on other kids and helping everything go right and smoothly. The people that are there, they want to be there typically, okay? Now, there might be a situation that is random. Well, I saw this counselor and he looked like he was not in it to win it, which I'm sure that happens too. And also, it's a week. You had good days and bad days, just like you would here at home. You had where you got your hair in a ruffle here and there, and that's okay. You are who you are. That being said, the day of the life is pretty packed. It's pretty start to finish. There's something always going on. Typically, you're sharing one big cabin. For us, we had about 8 girls in one cabin. The other cabin, we're all connected. They're just bedrooms right next to each other. One held 12, one held 6, another one held 12. We're all there together, connected by a bathroom. Now, this bathroom, think about your college days. There's 2 shower stalls, there's 2 sinks, and there's 2 toilets. And that's for everybody. That's for the adults. That's for the kids of all 30 of you or whatever together. Just take a moment, okay? Give it a moment of silence for what you're missing at home. The privacy, everything, okay? And you're sharing it with girls that, some know how to take care of their stuff and clean up, and some don't even know what that looks like. There's a gamut of all that. You're getting ready. You're trying to maneuver getting ready style because 1, you're a girl. You're very conscious about everything. And 2, you're dressing in, I'm going to play a game. What do I wear? This whole thing. Or you're dressing stressing, there's other people around, and you don't know how to do that motion with an audience. There's many emotions going on. You're trying to help lighten the load. As a counselor, you're trying to just speak encouragement because they're looking in the mirror. It takes nothing for them to speak negativity into themselves and others. You're there to, dude, you look good. That's perfect. Yes, great. And if you're me, you're there with face paint and you're trying to make a warrior face. We did that one day. That was fun. But you're just trying to help lighten their morning load because their spirit can get heavy. You're having breakfast. You're having all the meals together. All the meals are just what you think. They're camp food, okay? Quick story. There's 3 different lines where we were. And one day, where we sit in this line near our tables, it was just slow. It just takes forever. Everyone cuts and it's just a whole thing. It just takes forever to get your food. Well, the food was out on this table ready. It typically is, but there was no one working it. This was a Christian camp. There's other youth groups that are collectively going to this camp together. One of the other leaders comes by and says, I think they're not serving. You guys should probably go into the other lines because it had been maybe 10 minutes since food started and no one came out to serve. This was the last morning. 2 of the campers from a church youth group just decided, we are serving now. They went in the back and we all applauded. We were for it. How dare they just leave this food here for us? Just take the food away if you don't want us to stand here. They started being a server and they got their hats on. They got gloves on behind the little serving area and just served up waffles, bacon, and eggs. It was really great until the camp came around and noticed what was going on. But I'm not kidding. That was probably 30 minutes. They were serving food for about 30 minutes. They came around and then, oh, no, you're not supposed to be serving this. There was a couple adults from our group in their line. They're like, actually, these guys did a great job. Round of applause. The dining hall goes crazy. Everyone applauds for their heroes who gave them the waffles. That was a funny little story, but you typically have all your meals together and then you kind of disperse for the day. In the morning, you disperse for games and we did Bible study sessions and they switch out. You're divided by junior high, which is middle school and high school. You're with your friends, you're with everybody you know, and you're just kind of swapping it out. Now, let me just say this across the board. In the day in the life, when it comes to games and it comes to any activity, everyone gets hurt. The nurse's office is as popular as the snack bar is. You're equally serving out bandages and gauze in opposed to nachos and cheeseburgers. It's equally busy. There's a line always, especially after a big game in the afternoon time. They have big games. I know my daughter specifically got injured. She got trampled by a big ball volleyball, which is those huge beach balls. I don't know what they're made of. It's just the heaviest thing. She got trampled by one, but she kept in there. I was like super proud. I'm like, go, go, go. But we had to do a whole nurses thing too. You have games, you have lunch, you have all the things. And then there's some free time. And the free time really exposes who you are. For me, having free time, when I'm at home, I kind of dilly-dally around the house, do a couple things here, sit and go on my phone for a little bit, then go back to the computer, do some work, and then go. It's like a whole system. It's a routine. You go back and forth. When a teenager has free time, one, they don't have their phones on some of the times, which they'll survive. You guys, they will survive off not having their phones for a couple hours. Or whether they have a $20 or $4, it shows what they do. And then who they hang out with, it shows what they do. There's a whole group that just snack bar it up. They'll hit the malt shop. They'll hit all the things. They'll souvenir it up and sit and eat and gab with their friends. There's a group that loves to be active. Like they're just going to be active all day long. They signed up for paintball for an hour. After paintball, we're doing wiffle ball. After wiffle ball, we're going swimming. After swimming, we're going archery. We're doing obstacle courses. We're doing the rock wall and zip line. We're doing all these things. As a counselor, one, my job is to make sure everyone's accounted for. Where are they? 2, make sure they're safe. And if they're injured or something's going on, just kind of check on them, see how they're doing. And 3, either to just helicopter around, make sure everyone's doing something, or if they're not, they're just chilling. That's okay too. Grace wanted just to chill. She wanted to be left alone and just be in her room for about 30 minutes. We kept calling her, Grace, come on out. I want to be alone. That's okay too. You just kind of have to helicopter around all the activities and find what you want to do and rest too, because you have long days and long nights. I personally enjoy watching the boys, older and younger, and even some that there's a lot that just kind of come out of the woodworks and join our youth group by the end of the week. We have a group that's competitive to the max. They're in it to win it. They want justification for everything. That is something that's really neat to watch, just their personalities come alive. And I'm telling you, people's personalities come alive, and my kids do too. I'm not just saying that just looking down on it or looking at it, but my kids' personalities come alive when I'm not around or there's a new situation and they got to figure it out. It's fun to see people you see just maybe for an hour, a couple hours a week, their personalities totally change because their parents aren't there or they got some freedom. They got $20 to burn. Who do I do it? Do I help Brooke get a shake, or do I just splurge $20 on hot dogs, nachos, and mozzarella sticks. It's fun to watch all of that. And it's fun to watch them run out of money, which is a fun memory to share with some of them. That's really cool. And then when you kind of get to the evening time, wrapping up our day in the life here, getting to your evening time, the girls, I'm in a girl cabin, the girls do it up. They want to shower. They want to curl their hair. They want to straighten their hair. They want to do braids. I'm a big proponent for braids. I don't even know if that's a word, but I'm an advocate. Yes, there we go. I am an advocate for braids all day long until you get a headache, and then you're like, you can't no more, especially for camping. So you get to dinner, you get to activities, you get to do all these things, and then you end up with another night of sessions, and then you're also playing minute to win it games, and that's really fun too because you're also in a team. Usually throughout the whole week, there's a team competition. Lumberjacks and Mountain Men were our team competitions, or our team names, and so you're trying to win, you're trying to do Bible verses, you're trying to do all these things to gather points throughout the whole week to see who has the bragging rights to be a winner. You don't win nothing, okay? You win zilch, but you get to win the bragging rights of it. That's really neat to see too. One of the neat things, one of the memories in the evening time, which was really neat and special and not captured by one person other than if you're an adult in our group, because the kids can't have phones, okay? Nothing's captured during this time, but it was an evening session and we were in a room that had roll-up doors on the side. It was starting to rain. The roll-up doors are up. It's raining. It's getting kind of cool. And then it starts thundering because we're up like elevation. I don't know. We're probably up, I'm guessing 4,000 feet. I could be totally off. I don't even know what is a good number. It's cool. You get weather up there. It starts raining, and then, which is cool to look around because you're outside, but you're inside. It's raining, and then it starts lightning, starts thundering with all that combined, and then the power goes off. The power goes off a couple times, and it comes back on. You can hear the generators boost it back up, but it's minimal. It's basically not even on. It was really neat because we were doing worship, and one of the songs that we were singing was "What a Beautiful Name." And I'm not even kidding. It gives me chills even thinking that memory again, because when we were singing it, the light has just gone off, and then we're singing and it's lightning. You can hear it, the thundering, the rain, it's all hitting right there. And then the verse goes, the heavens were roaring, the sound of your glory. Everyone is just like, oh my goodness. You could hear a roar of people roaring because they recognized what they were saying, what was going on, and just a correlation to that. It's something you just won't forget. It was really neat to share that memory with them and them to be present in the memory. They weren't on their phones. They weren't doing anything else because you're singing too. They really were in tune as to what was going on. So much so that we just sang that song again because it kept going. The weather kept going. That was such a neat memory. I know that's something I hope that my memory box will just keep in my head forever. That was really neat. And that just kind of ends up your night. As the weeks go on, you get more emotional. So much so that the last night you end up just losing your marbles. Your emotional radar just goes up even higher. You've heard messages day and night. Your heart is in a tender spot. That last night, you just lose all your marbles. You've lost your caffeinated count. You just get emotional. The last night we had a good night of just recapping all of our decisions as a group and just loving on each other and encouraging each other. And when it comes to something like that, I'm already at an emotional high, just speaking into love into each other. And the last night, my emotions were going crazy and I was just so overwhelmed with tears of happiness and sadness. It was great. It's that ugly cry in front of people. It was those moments that I ugly cried in front of you on this day. I can't take that back, but it's okay. It was all good. It was with a heart of love. Those things you don't lose your memory of. I appreciate the time that I was able to do that. And just to cap that off, me and my husband were doing it together. That was a real fun experience and just special. We had our 2 daughters with us, so that made it even special for them too. But I just appreciate that time together. And if you ever get the opportunity, let me just recap this. If you ever get the opportunity to step into a young person's life, or you get to step into them just temporarily for a week, they need one extra set of hands, and you would be that person. I would prompt you to do it because your life would be changed, your heart would be changed towards those kids, and you would tap into something you probably didn't think you had. I would encourage you to try that up and do that because you can't replace that in any other way. Just time with somebody is special. I hope this was really cool to listen to and something different that you guys can kind of take away. And I know camps are coming up. They're popular. They're the thing to do right now. If you have the chance, help in one for one day, and just anything that gives you that appreciation for those counselors. That thank you so much for what you do from 9 to 12, or you did this all day or all week or whatever it was. It'll build that appreciation and just appreciating that people love your kids. Other people love your kids and they love spending time with them and investing in them. Thank you guys. Okay, we're fresh on the YouTube, guys. Check us out on YouTube. Check us out on all the socials. I know there's a million fun camp counselor videos that we can link in and just share your experience with us. What did you guys enjoy about being a camp counselor? What did you enjoy about you going to camp? Maybe you went to camp every year when you were young. I never went to camp at all. My parents held me tight right there. We didn't go to camp at all when we were kids. That's probably why I enjoy being a camp counselor. You guys hit us up, enjoy, share what you enjoy about going to camp or why you love to send your kids to camp. We will see you guys later. Share this, repost it, send it to a friend that might help if they're getting ready for camp this summer or this year, or someone that would just relate to us. Thank you guys so much. We will see you later. Bye.